Hello everybody, Alex Williams with Alex P. Williams Real Estate. I've got this duplex that I just sold. I wanted to show it to you. Come on, take a walk with me. So let's take a look. This is a 2-1 home with a nice garage apartment. I did the video on the other duplex over in St. Pete Beach a couple days ago, so I thought I would continue with this one, which is another duplex that I sold. If you're thinking of investing in income real estate, this should have a nugget or two of information for you. We talked about the 203K loan that you can get that will allow you to only have one loan in order to buy the property, which will include the money to rehab or make improvements to the property. Another advantage of a 203K loan is that you only have to put 3.5% down. You do need to be an owner-occupant for this type of loan. What's that mean? In other words, you must occupy the home for at least 1 year. If you're thinking of doing this, then give me a call and I can walk you through it. Another advantage of the 203K loan is that it will count the income from the other unit into your debt-to-income ratio, making it easier to qualify. So with all these things in mind, let's walk through this property and see what you need to look for. As I mentioned, this is a 2-1 home with a large garage and a large garage apartment above it. So what do you look for when you're thinking about buying a property? Well, we can't cover it all in one video, but let's look at some things that might get you started. Just like a car, a computer, a home has some main components that you should check out. The heating system, whatever type it might be, solar, gas, electric, the air conditioning system, the interior plumbing and electrical systems, of course the roof, the attic including a visual inspection, walls, the ceiling, floors, windows and doors, the foundation, and all the different structural components. One of the things that included in the heating or the water system is you need to check the pipes. Now, once you identify a property that you want to buy and you write a contract on it, you will have an inspection period. And during that time, you will most likely hire an inspector, unless you're paying cash and opt out of that. You will hire an inspector. One of the things he can do is to not only check the pipes below where the showers are, the toilets, the kitchen sink, and the bathroom sinks, but all the way out to the street. You might ask your inspector to scope the pipes with a camera, as this is becoming more of a issue as cast iron pipes used to build many Florida properties are reaching the end of their life. So there's cast iron, there's PVC, there's HDPE pipes, there's galvanized, all sorts of different types of pipes. But whatever they are, your inspector can scope them all the way out to the street and tell you the condition that they're in. Home inspection will run you anywhere from $100 to $500. A 4-point inspection may only cost you $100, where a full home inspection could possibly be $250 to $400, depending on the size of the home and where it is. So the home inspector is going to check for termites. He's going to check for lead piping and paint, mold, radon, if you ask for a radon inspection, all sorts of things. So you can count on your home inspector to catch any of the large things that you may not see during your walkthrough. One of the things that I might recommend that you do is go ahead and attend your inspection. If you ask your inspector if you can attend, most of them will say, sure, why not? They don't object, and that'll give you a chance to explore your new property with your inspector and ask questions as you go along. So something to consider if you're going to do this is no property is perfect, and you're probably going to get a long list of defects. And this is not surprising because there is no perfect property. But don't be surprised if you have a report running into 3 figures of defects. And that's why it's good to be there, so you can see some of the things for yourself. Many of the things will be so minor that you won't even bother fixing them. And that's why the last owner didn't fix them. This particular property was in the old northeast section of St. Petersburg. You need to check out the parking too. This particular property had parking for 8. It had a large outdoor courtyard. It had hardwood floors, cove ceilings. It was a pretty good location, just a few minutes from Coffee Pot Bayou, downtown, or the 4th Street Garden District. The upstairs apartment had a separate entrance and was already rented out to a long-term tenant for around $800 a month. The house section of the property had a updated bathroom and kitchen. The dining area was a nice size. The upstairs apartment was a 1-bedroom, had a screen porch, and as I mentioned, lots of parking. One key thing that you really need to make sure you check is to see that if the separate living unit is metered for water and electric. This can be a huge factor. If it's metered separately for water, then the tenant will be paying for the water and he'll end up using a lot less of it. If it's metered for electric, the same goes there. This particular property had a upgraded electrical panel, had a 200 amp. It had a new roof. This one, the reason I mentioned water lines running out to the street is this one had a new water line all the way out to the street. Both the ACs were relatively new. Both hot water heaters were new. That's another thing to make sure that your separate rental unit has its own hot water heater. This house had hurricane windows. It had just been painted. All in all, this was a very nice duplex. It went for $380,000. As I mentioned, it was in the old northeast section of St. Petersburg, right off 4th Street. So if you're thinking about buying a property here in the Tampa Bay area, or if you already own one and are ready to sell, please give me a call. I'd love to help. I work and live in the area, and I really enjoy it. Thank you for checking out this property with me. I hope you picked up a couple of things you can use. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real estate videos in the area. You can find me at talktoal.com or on any of the social media platforms. Just Google Alex P. Williams Real Estate and several pages of data will pop up. I represent buyers and sellers of residential and commercial property. If you're thinking of moving your business down into the area, call me because I can help you with that as well. I have several clients that have sold their income-producing properties up north, whether they're tired of the winters or what have you, and ended up purchasing income-producing properties here. Some moved their businesses down here, and I was able to find them a new office as well as a home, so I do it all. So thanks again for checking this out with me, and I'll see you next time at Alex P. Williams Real Estate. Thanks.